one was a bit weird. We got up at 4 a.m. and we got dressed, and my dad, who took the weekend off to drive us back and forth and give us what we need for the anime convention, we drove to my cousin's house, and from there we went to the convention center in Atlantic City. We got there around 6 a.m. and there was already a line of people outside, so we got into the line and we were standing there until around 8, and that was when some guy asked one of the employees, "Hey, where do we wait?" Because it was only just us there, and the line of course got longer and longer, but none of the staff were coming outside. We were just standing there. That's when we discovered the line was actually inside on the second floor. So we all just sprinted. See, no one even cared that there was a line anymore. We sprinted inside, went to the second floor, only to see that there was another line. So we got in the back of that line, and we waited till around 9, maybe 9:15. That's when they started to hand out the badges for people who pre-registered. Now, the first day I was a very sexy Hasune Miku, and my cousin, she was Deadpool. I think the convention was running really well. I can't really say for sure because this is my first convention ever. There was lines like for the artist alley and for panels and stuff. I don't know if that's the norm for conventions. Like, do you normally have lines for the artist alley and all that stuff? It didn't bother me. The line for the first day of the dealer's room / artist alley was extremely long. But I have one complaint. That was the panels. For some reason, they had like 5 panels starting at once. Like, how are you supposed to decide what you're gonna go to? Like, you can go to one panel like every hour, or sometimes the panels will be over that amount of time, so you'll miss the panels at 2 o'clock. For example, there's the panel at 1 o'clock, and the 1 o'clock panel ends at 2:15, but you wanted to go to a panel at 2 o'clock, the ones that start at 2 o'clock. And of course, you didn't make it because the panel at 1 o'clock ended at 2:15. So you missed the panel. And I didn't like that, how the panels, there was like 5 at 1 o'clock, maybe 4 at 2 o'clock. It just bothered me a lot. So day 2, I was Merrick, or Malik, however you want to say his name, from Yu-Gi-Oh! And my cousin, she was Deadpool again. This is one of our best recordings while we were there, but I used a selfie stick, and I didn't realize at that point that you couldn't hear anything if you used a selfie stick. So, just watch us say hi to you. We are saying some pretty awesome and important things, but no, can't hear shit. Thank you, selfie stick. Also, I found about 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cosplayers this day, only to not cosplay as Merrick in the next day of the convention, day 3. And on day 3, I saw a shit load of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cosplayers. I was like, where the fuck were you guys at when I was cosplaying as Merrick? Where were you guys at? Now, it's day 3 now. This day is a bit of a blur to me because not a lot of people were there on day 3. Probably because day 2, I believe, was the rave. And I suspected that everyone either had a hangover or was sick of the convention at that time. So there wasn't a lot of people and panels and early that day, so we ended up going around the convention center, just looking around, going into the artist alley, and then we went out to eat. And then we went on the boardwalk and such. And that was it. We kind of went home after that. Something happened on this day. What the hell happened on this day? I don't remember. But it's a bit of a blur because that's how much nothing happened that day. I know damn well people are going to see this as me being bitchy, but I got a few complaints. Um, I went to a high school where there was fights every day. So hearing people like scream and like ooh in the freaking hallway of the convention center, I looked and jumped every time because I'm so used to the fights that I thought, oh my god, there's a fight over there, there's a fight over there. That's not really something the convention can help, but I have a problem with noise. I don't like loud noises. So there's nothing really the convention can do, but it just triggered me each time. And I know we were like, oh, you're getting triggered, trigger, everything is triggering you. But the loud noises just took me back from like to the fights I would see every day. Another complaint, the gaming room. I felt like none of the staff controlled it very well. Like there was a guy and he was playing Project Diva F2nd on the freaking PlayStation. He would not give anyone a turn. I was standing behind him 15 minutes complimenting him. He ignored me the whole time, and then I walked away and went behind him to the people playing Project Diva X, the arcade version, the Japanese arcade version, of course, because it's not out in America yet. I went over there and I watched them play the Project Diva game, and I was sitting there for like 20 minutes. So standing behind him for a couple of minutes and then going there for 20 minutes, that guy did not move. I wanted to play because I tried playing the arcade version and I failed miserable. I failed, okay? And the thing I liked about the people playing the Project Diva X was that they actually asked me, hey, do you want to turn? You've been watching us for a while. That man did not move once out that seat. He just, oh my god, I felt like it was chaos in the game room. Another thing, the lines for stuff, it wasn't really run well. Like there was a group of boys and they came in around 8 o'clock while me and my cousin was waiting since 6. They stood next to us. They didn't go to the back of the line. They stood next to us. And I was like trying to move myself forward. Like the people who were in front of us was there before us. They were like there since 5 a.m. and they knew we were there coming. We came there at 6 a.m. So they were trying to help us like move up and not let these boys get in front of us. So that was one complaint, and you feel like something would have been done about it because there was a guy controlling the line. Like he would tell people trying to get in front of people, hey, you guys gotta go back there. They said nothing to those boys. Another complaint, the lines also not being run well. Of course, I mentioned before the artist alley and the dealer's room had lines, but no one knew where it started or ended, or no one knew. And it wasn't until they had like 15 staff there in front of the artist alley did people know where to go, and the line was so long. It started at one of the elevators and went all the way down, curved back around, and then went up the stairs. So the people on the 4th floor of this convention center waiting to get into the artist alley / dealer's room. So it was chaos. Suggestions on how I would run this, I would hope to be run better. The lines maybe being more controlled, staff being able to communicate with each other more. Like on the last day, we actually got to the front of the dealer's room / artist alley line before anyone started piling up trying to get in. And the staff had like these walkie-talkies on their shirts. They didn't have that the first day. I didn't see that, so I think better communication would have helped. But all in all, this was an awesome first anime experience and my convention experience. And I just feel like I can't compare it because it used to be in Somerset, New Jersey, and I can't compare it to that because I never went there for the convention. But it was a really amazing first experience. review, my critiques and complaints, etc. basically summed up. But I had fun these past 3 days. I had so much fun. I don't want to rate it, like maybe give it something out of 10. But I think that was a really good convention. And I'll go again next year. Hopefully, I want to be a part of the convention and see where the magic happens at. So I'll probably be running a panel or in an artist alley / dealer's room or be one of the staff. Because I really want to see what goes on behind the closed doors and actually run a convention. So, yeah, thank you for watching and I hope you have a really nice day.